Jump scare! Jump scare! I just realized I forgot to calibrate my VTuber. 1 second. Okay. Hello, gamers! Long time no see. Been a little bit, but hi. Hello. Happy jump scare. Happy jump scare, everyone. The last jump scare of 2024. The final jump scare of the year. A most auspicious day. Yippee-ki-yay, as they say. But yeah, how's everybody doing? How are you guys? I know it's been a little bit since I've streamed. The holidays were very busy, as was I. I'm still busy, but I am slowly but surely being less busy as I get my stuff done. We've got a lot. Oh my god, Jared, we have only just begun. Jared saying, "Want to thank you for the 50 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Thank you as always, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you. If you got a gifted membership, make sure to say thank you to Jared. One last gifted memberships for the year. The final Jared bomb for 2024. But yes. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys had a nice, fugue state between Christmas and New Year's. Although, I guess it's been a little bit longer than that since I streamed. I think, have I streamed since Christmas? Or was my last stream, like, longer ago than that? I think it was longer ago than that. I think my last stream was before Christmas. Because I know I did that one vertical stream that was weird and just kind of an experiment. What day was that? What day was that? That was on December 22nd. Okay, yeah, so it's been like 2 weeks. I guess just a little over a week. I guess just a little over a week. What is time? No one knows. Supernova Blade, thank you for the super chat. I don't know, did Vector read it and I missed it? I didn't hear anything. Vector, you're supposed to say your line. Oh my gosh, you know what? No, I connected Vector. It should be working. I don't know why he's not he's on holiday. He's on holiday. Here, I can make him read it. I can put it into the thing. Vector, say your line. Oh my god, he's just down. He's just completely borked. He's completely borked. He doesn't want to read it. Vector. He's on holiday. He is on holiday. He doesn't want to do anything. You know what? That's fair. That's fair, Vector. I'm sorry. I've overworked my son and now he does not want to speak anymore. He's zoning out, yeah. But yeah, who's ready? So I have prepared. Okay, so I did see one comment when I pulled up the stream right before I started of someone saying, "God, I hate when they push out Valentine's merch right after Christmas," and it did make me laugh, because yeah, that is kind of what is happening. However, here's what's going on, guys. I feel as though I won't make you stare at this. I'll go ahead and reveal the full designs. I've been teasing patrons with this for days. So here's the full designs. There's Marina's. She's got like a little chocolate strawberry thing going on. I wanted to play with like the browns and the reds. And then Ariana is on Wednesdays we wear pink. On Wednesdays we wear pink. They're a matched set. They're doing the same pose and it's very cute. So yeah, here, we can stare at these girlies while I tell you guys about what's been going on. So if you guys remember, I have talked repeatedly for months now about how I've been wanting to take a break. I guess I posted that post on Patreon about it. The public post on Patreon. If you guys have not read that, you should. But the basic gist is that I have been very burnt out for quite a while now, and especially with the Kickstarter, I am dying inside and I need a heckin' break-a-ronies. And my original goal was to take like the entire month of December off, you know, so I could like enjoy my holidays and kind of relax. Well, the Kickstarter meant that didn't really get to happen because my books got delivered way later than I thought they would. I was expecting them mid-February, mid-November. They did not show up until like the first week of December. And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I get these all done really quickly, then I can still have a break for the last half of December and the first half of January. And then that didn't really end up happening either because just more stuff just kept getting added to the pile. And I realized that by the time I would be able to like finish the Kickstarter and literally everything else, it would be the end of the year already, i.e. now. And I was like, okay, well, you know, maybe I could still take the first 2 weeks of January off at the very least. And then I realized that once January started, I'd have to start work on the January video. And one evening I was venting to my friends and once that realization hit me that I basically had 1 day off the entirety of December, and then I'd have to immediately start working again as soon as January rolled over. I had what one might overly dramatically call a little bit of a mental breakdown. Not like that. That's way more dramatic than it actually was. But I did get very upset when I realized that. And so I was like, no, something has to give or I'm going to explode. Something has to give. And so basically I have decided, fuck everything. I'm not gonna do a video for January. I'm not gonna do any extra like videos or anything for January. The hiatus for the comic is gonna go on a little bit longer than expected, so I can take a fucking break. But yeah, so basically what that means is all of my shit that I have to get done during the month of January, I am trying my very, 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 very best to get it done before January, or at the very least, sometime this week. I'm hoping to have all of my workload for January done by this weekend, which includes doing my mail club stuff for February. So these stickers will not be available on Patreon until February, but I'm getting them done very early, so I don't have to think about it, you know? But yeah. As I've said before, other than sponsorships, we were all completely on your schedule. I mean, that is kind of what I realized, right? I was like, you know, I was trying to think, it's like, okay, what can I cut back on? Because I'm going to die otherwise. And I realized, you know, like I try to do one long form video every month at least, but no one's holding a gun to my head to stick to that schedule. And I haven't signed any sponsorship agreements for January, so I'm more than allowed to like just not do a video in January. And from what I've heard, January is not a very good month for YouTube like ad rev anyway. So I was just like, whatever, they can fucking deal. What I did end up doing though, Jared, Jesus Christ, bro. Jared, thank you for the $200 super chat. Oh my God, my guy. Jesus! Thank you. Vector's on holiday, so I'll read that. Good for you, Star. You deserve the break, and I hope you can relax. I am going to do my very fucking best, but thank you. My goodness. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Holy balls. But yeah, so... Oh my God, I think that might be the biggest one I've ever gotten. Jared's out here on all my leaderboards. It just says, it's like Star's leaderboard. It's just Jared all the way across. Good golly, yeah, for real. Oh my goodness gracious. Jared going full Renaissance art patron. I keep thinking that. I keep thinking that, yeah. Sorry, you're not, it's not something to be sorry about. It's the opposite. I appreciate it a lot. Oh my good golly. But yeah, I lost my train of thought because but yeah, so basically I'm trying to take the entire month of January to just have time for have Star time. I'm probably not really going to be streaming much at all. I'm thinking I might do like some kind of chill, just chatting AMA type stream sometime either this week or next. But that's mostly just like a talky talk stream. And I mostly kind of want to do that to give my editor some clips to work on, because Leavely has been going through my backlog of streams, and they've gotten all the way back to like October, and I'm thinking, is like, you know, I should probably do like at least a couple streams before I go on hiatus so that Leavely has something more recent to make clips of. So I'm thinking about doing that, but I'm not going to hold myself to it. I do want to prioritize break time, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so let's draw some girlies. We're gonna start with Ariana because she's easier. Her outfit's a little bit more simple, and so I can probably just bust through that one. You really need a break or more. See, the thing is that I'm very glad, if nothing else, I am glad that you guys can see that, because I know a lot of like YouTuber and content creator audiences can be a bit entitled. Flash cut to that story I told you guys on my weird, awkward vertical live stream about the people who were trying to like guilt trip me into doing more art streams. That was fun. I won't rehash that story. You guys can go watch my weird, awkward vertical stream if you want to know that story. It was right near the beginning. But yeah, I'm just very grateful that I have an understanding audience. You know, I try to do my best. I try to keep stuff consistent. I try to like, cause the thing is, people call me a workaholic, right? And I guess to some degree I am, very much that. I guess I can't really argue with that. But the thing is, I would not be that if my work was not fun, right? The only reason I am that way is because I have become an artist for a living, and I love doing art, and all my work is just like art related and stuff. And so I just like, it is, I'm a bit of a workaholic, yes, but it is like fun for me. You know, that's the whole thing. That's one of the biggest reasons why. But, you know, I still appreciate that folks can like, I can announce a break and people are normal about it. Right? Hope you enjoy your break. You've been working too hard in 2024 and you deserve it. Oh, thank you. Wing Canvas, what's up? But yeah, it's something that I noticed with the comic first and foremost. Like my comic readers have always been like very kind whenever I've needed to take breaks. People have always been like very understanding. I'm sorry that I have left you guys on that cliffhanger. If you guys are caught up on Castoff, the comic's going on hiatus for a little while so that I can take my break. I'm real sorry about that cliffhanger, guys. Oh, good golly. I thought it was bad that one time, like, when I had first moved back from Japan and the comic was on hiatus for like a month and a half, right at the end of, I believe it was chapter 8, where you leave the chapter off thinking that the entire main cast has drowned. There was like a 2-month break between the end of that chapter and the start of the next one. No, that was chapter 7, never mind. And I felt real bad about that one, but like, what was I gonna do? I had to international move. I couldn't exactly work on comics during that. This time it's just me being like, I'm EP. Y'all can wait. Oh boy. Don't let her tell you these falsitudes. She planned it this way. All right, listen. I do plan my cliffhangers a little bit, because it means that you guys will be excited and that you'll come back and you won't abandon me when I take a vacation. It means that y'all won't abandon me, right? You'll come back for the Blorbos? Guys! But nah, I am planning on, like, you know, doing a little bit to keep you guys occupied. Patrons have been getting world building. And the main site will also be getting world building during the break. It's just the volume 1 world building pages, so folks who got their books from the Kickstarter have already read it. But, you know, I wanted to have that info on the website as well because I think it's interesting. Star knows how to keep us drooling. It is an art and a science, and I've mastered it. Been here since, like, chapter 3. I ain't leaving anytime soon. Hell yeah, I've got you in my heckin' clutches. Grips you. There's this one Tumblr post that keeps playing on repeat in my brain. Have you guys ever seen the Grispsit Tumblr post? Hang on, I'm gonna go find it so you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm gonna go find this post so y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't sound like a freaking maniac. Grispsit, yeah, you get it. Okay, here. File, creating from clipboard. I can't stop saying Grispit. Hey, Grisps you. This has been me. Oh, okay, so one, this is me to all y'all. I've got my little claws on you. I'm grisping you. I'm grisping you. Hey, Grisps you. Me to my audience. So there's that. On the one hand, there is that. On the other hand, this is what I have been doing. So, hey guys, you know that Vector Makeship plushie that's happening? That is still happening. It has been delayed because A, we had to go back and forth a little bit more than anticipated to finalize the design, and then also the holidays are fucking with everything because I was ready to start a week ago, but all of the people associated with my project, and I'm sure all the people from Makeship in general, are on vacation until after New Year's. So I'm like, well, I guess the campaign is starting in January. But I have the prototype Vector, the final prototype of Vector, like what he will look like when he's all finished, has been sent to me. My son arrived on Christmas Eve. He is a Christmas Eve baby. I have been grisping him. Like, ever since, like, constantly. I took him over to my parents' house when we went to celebrate Christmas, and I, like, put him in the tree, and I'm just like, gaze upon my son. Gaze upon my son. And he's like, guys, I need you to know, I have not posted full pictures of him because I am waiting for the campaign to start so you guys can be at maximum hype when the images get revealed. He is so grispable. He is, like, the perfect size for grisping. He's like the perfect size to just fucking grab with one hand and just hold him. He's very grispable. Anyway, I'm going back to my drawing now. But yeah, so Vector plushie will be happening probably sometime early January. So be on the lookout for he. One of the reasons I was a little upset's too strong a word. I was kind of bummed about the comic going on hiatus is because, you know, when you have something as cool as a plushie of your main character coming out, you want to be able to scream about it. But now the comic is gonna be on hiatus when the boy comes out. Which means that if I scream on the website, not everyone's gonna see it. So I guess I'm glad that we had like the early petition campaign back in September, because I think all of like the folks who really wanted a Vector have probably already pre-ordered him. But scream about it anyway. Oh, I am going to. I'm already listen, guys. What kind of person do you think I am? Do you think I'm not planning on doing a parody of those In the Arms of an Angel ASPCA ads about the Vector plushie? Do you think that I'm not going to do that? Of course I'm going to do that. I already have it recorded. I just haven't finished exporting the short yet because I don't know what date the campaign is starting. In the arms of the angel every day. Small little magic boys that, you know, that whole Seabiscuit. We're doing it. It's happening. But yeah, so that is the thing that will be occurring. Grisping is never leaving the chat. It's not. It's not. I've inflicted this on all of you. But I mean, listen, if it makes you feel better, it won't. But if it makes you feel better, I have been repeating that in my head literally every time I pick up this plushie. I'm like, hey, Grisps it, and I just pick him up. I just like grab him in just the one, like the claw hand, and I'm like, that's my boy. That's my boy right there. That's my boy right there. That's my son. I can't wait until I also have plushies of the other characters, which could hopefully happen in the future. So I can have one of them in each hand. I want a Vector in one hand, Ari in the other, and I'm just gonna be like, hey, Grisps it. Grisps them. That's my goal. Dual wielding. Dual wielding. I have pet mice and I will now be thinking about this whenever I hold them. Yes. Grisp them. Grisp them. If we get a Frankio, we'll grisp him so much. Marina plush, Rory plush. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to have the entire main cast at some point, but we'll see. The other thing about things like the Makeship plushie, especially if you have a younger target demographic, as I do, I would argue that most of my readers are on like the teens to young adult audience age range. Folks that age don't generally have a whole lot of disposable income. And so you don't want to overwhelm them with merch, especially limited time merch. And so I want to space out the Makeship plushies so that folks will be able to afford to get all of them if they want to get the full set, you know? Except Jared. Listen, Jared is the outlier who should not be counted. There's another Tumblr post for you. If you don't mind me asking, how has your experience been with Makeship? Worth looking into. Oh yeah, so far, my experience with them has been pretty good. The folks that I've been talking to have been very responsive, and if I'm being honest, chat, I'm just so hype that an exciting thing is getting made, and I barely had to touch it. I don't have to ship them out. I'm not gonna have to deal with customer service. I didn't have to deal with all the hard shit. I didn't have to go back and forth between the factory. It's so fucking nice to just kind of have that shit off my plate. Like, I have friends who have made plushies themselves. I could have, just like asked who their manufacturer was. I could have gone through the whole process of like getting the plushies tested for different safety regulations for different countries and zones. I could have gone through and done that all myself. I would have died. Especially doing this like right around the time of the Kickstarter. If nothing else, it is worth it for how nice it is that that has been taken off my plate. I love that I don't have to think about that. I love that that is just not something that I have to deal with anymore. They're just gonna send me a check later. So I think maybe the one thing with Makeship that folks might not like as much is that as far as the profits go, if you're not selling like thousands of plushies, you're probably not going to make too much from them because you as the creator end up only getting kind of a small percentage of the profits. I don't want to say exactly how much, because I didn't sign an NDA, but I don't know if that information is freely available out there for people. But, I mean, this is all stuff they tell you before you start a campaign with them. Make them for the love and adventure of the plushie being born. Yeah, exactly. I was like, when I went into this, my goal was not to make big cash money dollars. If I wanted to get big cash money dollars, I would have gone through the process myself so that I could have kept to 100% of the profits. I just wanted the plushies to be made. So I don't, honestly, I don't give a shit about the paycheck. Like, if we sell 400 plushies, I will get a pay bump and my percentage will go up, but I don't even care. I just want the boy to exist, I just want this boy to be real. I don't really care how much I make from it. That's not the objective. I just want him to exist, But yeah, I mean, I would say that that's the main downside is you don't get as much going through them because, they have to pay their people. But I guess we can put it this way. I will earn approximately $3 per plushie sold if I'm doing my math right. So it's not like a huge amount, but it's better than nothing. And again, I'm mostly doing it just because I want the plushies to exist. I don't really care about the coinage. I care about the voyage. It's actually not horrible though. Yeah, I can see how like you look at the base numbers they send you and it's like, oh, you only get this much. I've seen companies that offer work. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's just, you know, if you've made merch before and you're used to like being able to keep all the profits, I can see how some folks might not like be into it so much. But for the ease of the experience, it has been so much easier. So. And so that's very nice. So I am hoping to continue my relationship with them because I would love to, at the bare minimum, at the very least, I would love to have my main trio as plushies. I love Vector. I want Ariana and Frankie plushies to also exist. I would love, like I said, to have the entire main cast eventually. But if that can't happen, I would love at least my main trio. Did you ever consider a different company? I mean, like I said, I did consider, you know, like pestering some of my friends who have made plushies and being like, hey, who was your supplier? Did you? Because, the artist who does Phantom Marine, Claire, she actually did a Kickstarter campaign and got, like, she got the Jeff plushies made. And those turned out really cute, and I'm so happy for her. But she, you know, like, went through a factory. She found a manufacturer. She went through all of that, and she got the plushies made, like, independently. So if I had wanted to, I could have, like, you know, figured out what plush manufacturer people are using. I could have gone through the trouble and done that. I didn't want to. I did not want to. I might do something like that if the urge to make like Verity plushies or Lapis plushies or like plushies of my other OCs that are less popular, if it gets too strong, I might go that route instead because they don't have as high minimums, I believe. But yeah. Because I have had folks, if you guys did not watch the Silent Hill streams, I talked about this a bit. I've had many people request like Verity plushies and Lapis plushies, and actually recently I've also gotten a couple of requests for, would you ever make yourself into a plushie? Like whatever, take this avatar and make a plush of it. Plush of my VTuber and my little channel mascot. And the answer is I would love to, but I don't know if I'm cute enough to hit the manufacturing minimums, you know? I'd buy a star. Oh, thank you. See, the thing is, if we do a star plushie, it's got to have a voice box so that when you squeeze it, I'm just like, make a webcomic! My plushie needs to be annoying. Just like in real life. Just like in real life. Draw something, yeah. It needs to have a voice box so it can scream at me. It can scream at you! I pop out of the YouTube screen and I scream at you to make a webcomic. I don't know if Makeship is able to do that, but God, that'd be funny. Imagining you're laying in bed, like snuggling your Star Carmine plushie, and you accidentally snuggle it at just the wrong angle, and you are awoken to the sound of the plush right next to your ears screaming, make a webcomic! Read my webcomic, castoff-comic.com! It says like random starisms, and it's all just like self-promotion shit every single time it activates. Oh, man. You squeeze it at the right angle and the voice box just goes, read castoff-comic.com! Sounds like a Furby. Yes! I must be a Furby! But instead of saying weird shit in Furbies or whatever language they speak, it's just me shouting self-promotion and also, self-motivation quotes. The first step to being good at something is sucking at something. It just goes jump scare in your ear. Oh, Jesus. Now we're actually, like, edging into Furby territory here. Of it just saying, like, more and more unsettling things. Encouraging yet unsettling, you know? But yeah. I'm thinking maybe, because my thing right now is like, I want to focus on the Castoff characters because like they're the cute ones. But you know, if folks are interested at some point in the future and there is enough interest, I would potentially do a plushie of my little mascot. I think that would be fun, but I worry about being able to hit the manufacturing mediums or minimums. So we're gonna see how Vector does. I'm thinking that that might be a good thing to pursue once I hit like 200k subscribers, which is one of my goals for 2025. Is I would love to hit 200k, and I think that I should be. I think that should be doable at the rate that I've been gaining subscribers. I gain peek behind the curtain. I've been gaining about 5,000 to 6,000 subscribers every month. And I'm at like 165, 160. I think I just hit 166 today. And so, you know, the rate I'm going, I should be able to hit that before the end of 2025. So I think that maybe once I hit that milestone, I'll be a little bit more comfortable pitching plushies of me. It's just, you know, I do have like merch of myself. I have merch of like my little character. I have standees and I have stickers and stuff, but they don't sell very often. At least not compared to the Castoff stuff, which I totally get because, you know, like one is just my mascot for my YouTube channel and the other is the main characters of my comic that's been running for like 10 years. So not only do they have seniority, they also have a whole story attached to them. And so it does make sense. But, you know, I'm being overshadowed by my OCs. What the hell is that about? Ugh. And let me get a sip of my water. Star X-Wing Canvas collab in 2025 will help you hit those numbers. Hey, I'm down! I'm totally down. I was actually just whining to my mods about this yesterday, but I'm like so shy when it comes to, you know, like collabing with other folks. I'm shy because I never want to come off as like pushy or anything, and I'm not really. But yeah, I mean, because my thing is like, I've never really done collaborations much. Jay pops into my stream sometimes. He doesn't count. Jay bribed me into friendship by baiting me with Dungeons and Dragons. But, so you know, he got lucky. He gets to stay. But I've just been real shy about, like, doing stuff with other creators, and I'm just like, I don't know. I don't even know if they know that I exist in, like, some of these instances. And I was just like, I don't want to be like weird. And what if it was like, you know, what if these people that I'm talking to, like, well, what if they don't actually like me? And I get so hecking nervous about it. And I'm just like, it's part of it's just that I'm a real like chronic introvert. Another part of it is just, you know, classic anxiety, you know. Classic anxiety, and I'm also scared of emails. I'm very scared of emails. I'm just like, email PTSD. I'm just like, no, I don't wanna. Oh, it's getting a little warm in here. Frickin' Texas is like 75 degrees in mid-December. Love this for me. Should not have worn a sweater today. Anyway. But yeah, my thing is just like, there's a lot of other, like, you know, art creators, webcomic folks that I would love to, like, do stuff with. But one, I'm not good at coming up with ideas for, like, collaborations. And two, am shy, ooh woo, or whatever. I was literally just complaining to my mods about this the other day, like yesterday. And I was just like, but what if people think that I'm weird? Or that they think I'm clout chasing? Because most of the people that, like, I want to do stuff with have, like, larger followings than me. And I'm like, I'm just a little guy. I am just a little guy, Your Honor. Yeah, no, my mods literally, like, shamed me and being like, stop. They're smacking me with a paper fan over there. And they're like, stop being anxious. Just reach out to people. And I'm just like, ah! Ah! Yeah, they shame cubed me. Just stop being anxious. God, I wish it were that easy. God, I wish it was that easy. It's like, yeah, if you're anxious, just stop. Just stop that, actually. And I'm just like, I'm just like laying on the ground dramatically and being like, but doctor, I don't want to do the emotionally difficult thing. What if they hate me, actually? What if they I was thinking about this morning. It's like, what if they don't think I'm cringe affectionate? What if they think I'm cringe derogatory? The struggle, am I right? Brains are fucking stupid. I have a sack of electric meat in my skull, and it just tells me to not want to talk to people. It's like, why the fuck am I letting the electric meat boss me around? And I'm like, I'm not gonna let the stupid electric meat tell me what to do. And I sit down and I open my emails and I'm like, I'm gonna reach out to the people I think are cool. And I'm like, I'm gonna go make dinner instead. And then just play that song on repeat for 30-something years. And that's the story of my life. I just got here in the out of context as well. Listen, who doesn't just want to rant about the glitches in their electric meat every now and again? It wants me to cry for 10 days. Yeah. Yeah. You think that you're not a slave to what the electric meatloaf in your brain tells you to do. And then you try to type an email. And it's just like, well, maybe the electric meatloaf had a point, actually. That was an actuality, too. By the way, she went to make dinner instead of sending her friend request. Shut up, Sly! Don't out me in my chat! Shut up! Literally yesterday, I was like, okay, I will go be normal, and I will try to be social after Dungeons and Dragons. And then I was like, okay, well, it's after Dungeons and Dragons. Well, you know, I have some stuff I need to do. Maybe I should take care of that first. I'll be social after I've done like this stuff that I need to do today. And then and then I finished all of my little tasks, all my gay little tasks. And then I was like, okay, I finished all my gay little tasks. Now I have to commit the gayest task of all, which is trying to make friends. Hey, I'm hungry. It's time for dinner. Literally, this was my entire day yesterday. This is me with phone calls. See, the thing is, like, phone calls I don't get nervous about anymore. I think that my electronic meatloaf has just, like, glitched to the point where it's like, I'm not... What do you mean making friends is woke? Gay-ass woke shit. Imagine having friends. Ugh. Anyway. But nah. I, as an adult, I have stopped making phone calls. I legitimately hate emails more than phone calls. It's wild out here, chat. Like, I've like circled back around to the pseudo boomer mentality of just fucking call them and then you'll get an answer right away. Cause I think what I figured out is that, you know, when you're calling like the electric company or whatever, it's like, I'm never gonna speak to this person again. I just need to talk to a person once whose entire job is to be nice to me and solve the problem. That's literally what they get paid to do. I can call my bank and be like, hey, question, what the fuck, if like something is going wrong. I can do that. I can call my vet and be like, hey, my cat needs her shots. And they'll be like, okay, cool, are you free on Wednesday? And I'm like, I am. And then I click and I hang up and it's easy. It's like the easy shit. Reaching out to potentially like, you know, start a friendship or offer like a collaboration or something. Fucking terrifying. Because that's like long form, like talking to people who you need to make a good impression on lest you be seen as cringe derogatory. And I'm just like, It's way harder. I'll call random people on the phone all day at this point. Sending one email to someone I like is like, But yeah, so that's the vibe. That's the energy. That's the. Where's my water? I'm thirsty. Doesn't anyone reach out to you? I mean, sometimes it happens, but I'm shy. And also, it's like a lot of times when I get reached out to, it's like, hey, I need to interview an artist for class. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I do not have time for this. It's never for like, I also get a whole lot of spam emails. It's like, hey, your Shopify store, the security, we are official Spotify or Shopify. And there's a problem with your website that you need to fix. And I look at the email and it's sent from a Gmail address. And I'm like, I'm sure you are. I am so sure that you are actually real. I'm just going to put you in the trash now. I'm just going to put you in the trash now. And then I get another, I put them in the trash and then I turn around and I see another one. It's like, hey, do you need help with your SEO? And I'm like, okay, you're going to also go in the trash. I have gotten cool offers from emails, but it's not as often as you would think. And also sometimes I have the ADHD brain when it comes to emails where it's like, I'm like, I'll get, you know, the email on my phone and I'll be like, oh, I'll respond to that next time on my computer. And then I forget for like 3 weeks. And then by the time I remember to respond, it's like, oh, it's been too long and now it's awkward. Now it's awkward. You know the worst ones? And I'm only gonna, okay. Chat, this is an etiquette lesson. Chat, I'm not saying this to shame anyone in particular, but this is an etiquette lesson. If you are reaching out to someone for like a potential interview or something, or even if you just like want to start a conversation with someone, put all the information in your first message. I get so many comments that are like, can I ask a question? Just ask the question! Our time on this earth is limited! Don't wait for a response! Just ask the question! I get like comments and I'm like, I get comments, I get emails, I get like DMs occasionally. I get people in my Discord being like, hey, Star, can I ask a question? And then it's the end of the conversation. I'm like, ask the question! And then I'll just answer right away. And I only have to send like one message about it. Can I ask you a question? You just did. Exactly. Hey, Star, can I ask you a question? That right there. I know you're joking. Don't do this. If you have a question, just ask the question. Just this is not me calling people out specifically. This is an etiquette lesson. This is an etiquette lesson. I see all you motherfuckers trying to be funny in the chat. I see all y'all trying to be funny in the chat. You think you're so cute. You think you're so cute and funny. Just ask your question, please. I'm calling you out specifically. Yeah, I'm not. But Win Canvas is gonna fight you in the chat. And I'm gonna watch with my popcorn. I just bought like a huge box of popcorn. There will be a fight and I get to watch. Fight behind the Denny's for my amusement. Can I not ask a question? Well, you've already done it. You've already done this. So, oh my god, I can't believe you've done this. There's a sampler of the bad star British accent for all those people who keep saying I sound exactly like Rin Penrose, who for the record is another one of those people that I keep wanting to be like, oh man, that'd be really funny if we collabed because people think our voices are so similar. Anyway, what's for dinner? You don't, though. I don't think so, but a lot of people think that we do, and they are in my comments. Listen, if people want to hear Star do, like, 50 hours of bad British accents, just go watch my great Ace Attorney playthrough. I voiced that entire game, and, like, half the cast in that game has British accents because it takes place in Britain. So, like... But no, and so like this was another thing I brought up when I was talking to my mods yesterday is like, listen, I know that y'all tease me about like all of the comments I get with people saying I sound like Rin Penrose, but the thing is like I do like her content. I would love to collab. I think that would be so much fucking fun. I just imagine what that email would look like. I'd be like, hello fellow VTuber Rin Penrose. I am also a VTuber. I get a lot of comments saying that you and I sound similar, and I think it would be funny if we did something as a collab together. Cause you know, you like Pikmin, I like Pikmin, we're both VTubers. Star has run out of dialogue. It's literally what happens. Literally every time I think about it, I'm just like, it's like, you like Pikmin, I like Pikmin, what do we do about that? This is the extent of my introvertness. I don't know what to do. The dialogue tree ends. Exactly. I'm just like, you know. You're doing great. Nah, listen, my entire mod team is like hiding behind a tree and giving me thumbs up. They were joking about being my wingman yesterday. All my mods just like being my wingman. My moderators are like, okay, so I have very mixed, leaning negative emotions on the third How to Train Your Dragon movie, but that one gif of like Hiccup trying to be Toothless's wingman and like hiding behind a rock and like doing the big enthusiastic hard work and being like, yeah! That's all my mod teams, and I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck to do, guys. I don't know what the fuck to do. Yeah, I've run out of my free trial of emails. I was like, well, nice talking to you. I'm just like hiding behind a tree now. Ugh. Don't be an introvert, chat. This is what I'm learning. Don't be an introvert. It's bad for your health. Start by bouncing around with your wings over your head. I don't have wings. I've already fucked it up. Oh God. Oh God. See, now, okay. This is a joke, but it's also kind of not. Maybe I should just get my chat to be my wingman. That would totally work. That would totally work. It's just like, tell my chat to just like, be like, hey, if you want this to happen, go annoy them for me. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't embarrass me. But it's just like, audience, go! Like Pokemon. New video, letting chat type my emails. God, is that better or worse than like, oh, AI generated this video script for me? Which I know Zoe did do as a joke, so this is poking fun, but... Audience, use tackle, exactly. You guys are my Pikmin. You guys are my Pikmin. I just like, you're not my Pokemon. Pokemon, you're limited to 6. Pikmin, you can have up to 100 on the field at a time. Go, chat. Go. Spill your How to Train Your Dragon 3 opinions now. They should have stopped after the first one. How to Train Your Dragon is a perfect movie that did not need sequels. That is the simple version of my my hot takes, my spicy hot takes. It did not need sequels. The second one is all right. The third one, nah. I need you guys to understand that How to Train Your Dragon 1 is my favorite movie of all time. If not my favorite movie of all time, it is absolutely in the top 5. And it has been in my top 5. How to Train Your Dragon is the only movie I've ever seen in a theater more than once. Because I loved it that fucking much. I loved the original How to Train Your Dragon so much that I went and saw it like 3 times in theaters on my meager high school student budget. I know some people are like, that's nothing. If I like a movie, I'll go see it in theaters like 10 times. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, I'm a bit of a cheapskate. What the fuck was that word that just came out of my mouth? I'm a bit of a cheapskate. And I like to save my money. And so going to see a movie in theaters 3 times, that's a big fucking deal for me. But yeah, anyway, the first one is the perfect film. Had such a huge and profound impact on my appreciation of storytelling and the way that I approach it as a medium. The second one is okay, the third one does not need to exist. I am of the opinion that if you have made a good film, the last thing you should do is give it a sequel. Movies do not, we as a society have moved past the need for sequels. Do what you want in the first film and be happy with that. I don't know, maybe this is a very spicy take, but I'm trying to think of a movie that was made better by there being a sequel. And I'm having a real hard time. Oh, okay. I see someone talk about Sonic. I will admit that I have not seen the Sonic movies, but I have heard very good things about those. I have kind of wanted to watch those. Star Wars. Shrek is highly debatable, friend. Shrek is highly debatable. Across the Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse 1 was the perfect movie. It did not need a sequel. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's a spicy hot take. It did not need a sequel. Across the Spider-Verse is a fine movie, but the first one is another movie. In my top 5 films of all time, it did not need a sequel. Spider-Verse did not need a sequel. Spider-Verse could have started perfectly well on its own as the perfect film. It did not need a sequel. It did not. I'm probably not going to go see the third one in theaters. But Miguel, you can't let hot boys get in the way of you guys understanding that movie did not need a sequel. It could have been an entirely separate story. If you guys want a sad boy Miguel story, he could have had his own movie. But the story with Miles and Gwen and silly Peter Parker, I love that story so much, it did not need a sequel. That was the perfect film by itself. Wrap it up in a bow, tie it in a string. I'm okay with like franchises, you know, using characters in other movies. But I am not a huge fan of sequels. I love movies that can stand on their own. This is going to lead into dangerous territory because I am also going to have the extremely spicy hot take. Although actually, I don't know how spicy this take is at this point. It's been a few years. I don't like cinematic universes at all. I hate them, actually. I quite honestly hate cinematic universes. I don't like that I have to watch like 5 movies to understand the plot of one movie. I stopped caring about Marvel shit after the first Avengers movie. Spider-Verse didn't need a sequel, but I still like the sequel. And that's okay. That's an okay opinion to have. But it's just like, I feel like it didn't need a sequel. You know? That's a cold take, Star. I'm not in touch with the Marvel fandoms. I don't know. After Infinity War, I was done. See, I didn't even get to Infinity War. I watched the first Avengers, and I'm like, well, that was a very neat film. I don't care anymore. I'm done caring. What about the Deadpool movies? The first one was good. I've never watched the sequels. I'm not gonna have a strong opinion on movies I've never seen. But it's like, I'm not gonna come out here screaming, Deadpool 2 sucked! When I've never seen it. I like a movie that can stand proudly on its own. You know? You know? I think 20 plus movies to understand how the universe works. Yeah. What about Venom? I've never seen it. I've never seen it, so you will not get an opinion out of me on that one. Castoff 2 confirmed. People have asked me if I would ever do a sequel to Castoff. And the answer is no, because once that story is done, it's done. Because by that point, I will have done what I wanted with it. And if I wanted to explore more things in the story, I'll just do that in the original one, you know? But also, like, there's a difference between, like... With comics, it's really easy to do, like, short stories, spin-offs, that kind of thing. Like, I love a spin-off. A spin-off can be fun. I don't like a sequel. I don't like a sequel. Okay, I did just think of a sequel that I do actually like more than the original. But I will admit that I do have my nostalgia blinders on a little bit for this one, because this is a film that came out when I was a wee child. I do have an unapologetic affection for The Lion King 2. I love that movie so much. I love that movie so much. The original Lion King is fun. I as a wee baby, really liked the second Lion King movie more than the first, because Lion King 1.5. No, Lion King 2. The one with... I'll admit that a big part of me liking it was that the main character was a girl. I really liked that the main character was a girl. I thought that was cool. Me, little baby star, was like, yay, female main character, yay! And also, yeah, you know, Kovu's also in it, and he's cool. We love an emo boy. But not Across the Spider-Verse. Listen, I said, this is nostalgia talking. I watched that film when I was like 7. I was into that film when I was like 7. It probably hasn't held up too well. Y'all are allowed to come at me for that take. I just, listen, my itty bitty baby star nostalgia is piloting is holding the reins for that one. That hot take is sponsored by Star age 7. Who really liked that the movie had a girl main character and had a hot boy in it. Had a cool boy lion who was all like emo and shit. Also, literally, every time in D&D, I'm playing D&D and someone has to roll for deception, you do have to sing it. Deception! Disgrace! That's like, you have to. You have to. If someone in D&D rolls a deception roll, you have to sing it. You have to sing it, chat. I don't make the rules. You have to. You must. Like, okay, from a cinematic perspective, I don't know how The Lion King 2 holds up. But me baby Star liked The Lion King 2, and she's allowed to have that opinion. She doesn't care about how good the movie is. Baby Star also really liked the sequel to Balto, the direct-to-VHS sequel to Balto, for the same reason. It had a girl main character, and I liked wolves when I was a kid. And that movie's not good. That movie is not good. But Baby Star ate that shit up. Baby Star ate that shit up because it's like, oh, hell yeah, it's the cool wolf movie, but there's a girl this time. Goodness, no, Balto 2 is terrible. Listen, I know this now, but as a child, I ate that shit up. I ate that shit up. Original Balto was good. I loved the sequel to Balto. It was like, I don't even remember what the fucking name of it was anymore. But I just remember loving that movie for the single sole reason that the main character was a cute girl wolf, and I loved her. I felt so represented, chat. That's like, listen, My take about sequels is mostly from a cinematic perspective and, like, you know, a writing perspective, a quality of the movie perspective. I love a movie that can stand on its own without sequels. But then there's also some movies that are trash and you love them anyway. And it's fine. We need lion versions of the Castoff crew so bad. Oh man, listen, if I was one of those furry artists who was really good at imitating the Lion King style, I would. Although, you know, between lions, like Lion King lions and Balto wolves, I think I would take the Balto wolves. I like that art style better, I think. That's what we in the biz call a guilty pleasure. Yes. Like, listen, chat, listen. The Idolmaster 2011 is one of my favorite anime of all times. Is it good? Like from an objective standpoint, no, not really. From an objective standpoint, is that anime good? No, not really. Is it one of my favorite anime of all times? Yes, absolutely it is. I think that one of the highest forms of love is loving something despite its flaws. And that is very much Idolmaster for me. You can acknowledge the flaws of something and still enjoy it. Like, a lot of my favorite media I acknowledge has, like, major flaws. How to Train Your Dragon is the perfect movie. Spider-Verse, the original, is the perfect movie. I'm, like, looking at them on my shelf and I'm like, they can't make me hate you, babies. They can't make me hate you. Me with Demon Slayer. I'm very happy that you like Demon Slayer. I'm very happy for you. That is certainly a choice. I'm very happy that you like Demon Slayer. I have a lot of very strong opinions on Demon Slayer. I'm glad you like it. And I'm going to hold my tongue. I like My Hero Academia. I loved the first half of the first season of My Hero Academia. Once it was when My Hero Academia was specifically about the mentor-student relationship between All Might and Deku, I was hooked. I was fucking enthralled. Once they started introducing more characters, I just stopped caring. Demon Slayer is fun. It can be fun, but is it good? That's a Venn diagram, and those two things are... I have to change the subject or I'm going to make people mad at me. I have to change the subject. Somebody thoughts on Goku me right now. Somebody sedate me. Somebody sedate me. Somebody ask me questions about Goku. Can you beat Goku? No. But also I wouldn't want to fight him. He seems chill. Anyway. Thoughts on Miku? Blue. Thoughts on Miku? She blue. So about cats. I do love cats. The kitty's got a treadmill. I don't know if I've mentioned that on stream. The kitty's got a treadmill. A kind and anonymous person who definitely was not Jared. Definitely not. Purchased that off my throne for me. And so the kitties have a little treadmill now. And they've been playing on it. They don't play on it as much as I would like, but I think they're still in the process of, like, getting used to it. It's like a hamster wheel, but it's cat-sized, and they can run on it. Like a hamster wheel for kitty cats. Milo likes to play on it, but I think she mostly just likes to, like, play with the carpet. But she does occasionally run on it for, like, 10 seconds. She does occasionally. Like I said, I think they're still in the process of getting used to it. I'm hoping that the more they play with it, and if I keep encouraging them to play on it, then they'll use it more. Cats are picky. You gotta take things slow with cats. You know? I have a question about the Makeship plush. I bought it over the summer and was wondering if I was paying for the project or the plush itself. No, you'll still get the plush. I mentioned this at the start of stream. The actual final campaign got delayed past the estimated start date for a couple of different factors. But I'm hoping the actual campaign will begin in January, and then that's when it's going to charge you for the rest. So. Thoughts on the new Percy Jackson series? I have not watched it. I have not seen it. Like, my thing is, I don't have time to sit and watch stuff as much as you would think I do, unfortunately. I'm a chronic not watcher of things. I have very strong opinions on the things I do get the chance to sit down and watch. Generally, but... Oh, I don't have a lot of time to watch a lot of things. You know what I actually have been watching, though? I wanted to just, like, sit on my couch and, like, eat dinner and just, like, turn off my brain for a couple hours. So you guys know what I actually started watching recently? Like, this past week? It's been on my list for a little while. I started watching Apothecary Diaries. It's not, like, my favorite thing in the world, but it is fun. It is fun, and I am enjoying it. I'm on, like, episode, like, 7 or 8 at this point. My most recent episode I watched is the one... I passed, like, the party episode. And I believe it's, like, the episode right after the party episode where she, like, goes home to visit. That's the episode that I left off on the other night. But yeah, so I started watching that, and that one is very cute. Again, I wouldn't say that it's, like, my favorite show in the world, but it's fun, and I'm enjoying it. It's fun. I'm still very hyped for the anime adaptation of Witch Hat Atelier. Yes! Oh my god, when that anime comes out, prepare to be sick of me, chat. Prepare to be sick of me when the Witch Hat Atelier anime comes out. I just want it on record that I was feral for Kifri before Witch Hat Atelier hit the mainstream, alright? Alright, can we... I love a man with problems. I love a man who's a little fucked up. I love that bastard! Oh, man. I just want to, before it goes mainstream, I just want everybody to know that I've been feral for Kifri before it was cool. I love that bastard man. Ugh! Anyway. It doesn't help that I, as a person, am extremely Orugio-coded. Why is he so fucking relatable? Like, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna, like, make a graph of like, a chart of anime characters I relate to, and it's gonna be mostly, like, cute little anime girls, and then there's gonna be, like, fucking Orugio Witch Hat Atelier, like, at the #1 most relatable spot. And people who have not read that manga are gonna be like, what the fuck? Why does Star find this guy so relatable? And everyone who has read is gonna be like, yeah. 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 I mean, because, you know, like, all I have to say is that he's a fucking workaholic. And you guys will be like, yeah. But just, like, every goddamn word that comes out of that man's mouth is just me being like, that's so me, bestie. That's so me, bestie. Orugio opens his mouth and I'm just like, true! Oh, man. Hey, guys, I gotta step away from my desk for, like, 2 seconds. I have to blow my nose real quick because my sinuses... When I talk too much, my sinuses get backed up a little bit. Does anybody else have that problem? It's annoying. But I don't have any tissues at my desk, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute myself for a hot sec. Okay, I've unmuted myself now. Can't believe Star died. Yeah, I died. But I lived. Did you die? Unfortunately, yes. But I lived. Or whatever the hell that quote is. I haven't seen that movie. I just know the memes. Wow, 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 wow. This is my first time watching One Star stream, and I'm now realizing she never talks about what she's drawing. I mean, listen, I just come on here to yap. I just come on here to yap. All right. I come on here to yap about bullshit, and you guys come here to listen to me do it, all right? We've got a good working relationship at this point. And what you're drawing is literally at the bottom of the screen. Also true. Also true. It's time for Hey Star, what you drawing? Yeah. So I have been, I'll be real. Here, you want me to talk about what I'm drawing? Fine, I'll talk about what I'm drawing. I have been wanting to do like some kind of cutesy Valentine's Lovecore theme outfit designs for the characters for a long time. I've been itching for it. I've been so itchy for it for a long time, but I was just like, no. Wait until February. Hit him with the Valentine's Day shit. Wait until Valentine's Day. You gotta hit him right when the time is right. Everyone says what you drawing, but never how you drawing. I know, don't remind me. But no, yeah, I just, in case you guys have not figured this out by the everything about the content I do for the mail club, I just really like designing little outfits. I like playing dress up with my little characters, all right? You can't knock me for that. You can't be mean to me for that. I just like putting my little guys in little outfits. I like putting them in, okay, in the actual comic, I like putting them in situations. In the bonus material, I just like putting them in little outfits. I just like to play dress up because, like, what good are OCs if you're not going to make them play dress up every now and then? I just want to make them wear cute little outfits. Put that guy in a situation and put that guy in an outfit. Exactly. Exactly. Like, the best part of having a regular monthly mail club is that it's a perfectly good excuse for, one, me to, you know, commit to doing finished illustrations more often, and two, perfectly good opportunity to put little guys in little outfits. Little guys in little outfits! I love it so much! How do I join the mail club? Join my Patreon! The mail club is via Patreon. Basically how it works is you get the mail clubs for the month that your pledge is active. So if you want these stickers, don't join until February. If you join like right now, before the end of the month, you'll get the Zodiac stuff sent to you. And if you let your pledge roll over into January, you'll get the January stuff, which is like a Zara Squad theme. So just be mindful of when you join. Another thing you can also do, and I feel like more people need to realize that this is an option, it just makes things easier, is you can join my Patreon at like the lowest tier, and then every month I have the Patreon mail, I have the mail club merch available on my online store. So if you don't want to commit to joining the mail club every single month, you can buy them individually. And I mean, honestly, like, this is an art hack that I've never shared, but I'll share it for you guys, my streaming audience. When you join the Patreon, you get the, basically how it works is when you join the Patreon, you get the password, to get the stuff from my secret shop. It's like, those listings are password protected and you cannot buy them unless you have the password. And you get the password by joining Patreon. I never changed the password. So, like, you know. If you're short on cash, I don't mind if you do that. Like, I'm just saying. You know, I put the password behind a paywall. But, like, if you've ever been in the mail club, or if you've ever been on the Patreon at all, even if you have to leave, I don't care if you use the password even after you've left the Patreon. It doesn't matter to me. Because you're still giving me your money anyway. You're still giving me the money anyway, so, you know. How much is the mail club and how much is the Patreon? You can find that out by going on the Patreon page. It's got it all broken down on the web page. So yes, FrankieBot has dropped the Patreon link in chat. You can just go on there and you can just look at it. The information is all there. Wink. Yeah, thank you, Sly, for activating the boy. But yeah, so, you know, if you don't want to commit to the mail club every single month, I do have that option available. So you can just, like, join, like, the $2 or $5 tier. The $2 tier is really just a tip jar. You get, like, bonus stuff, but $5 tier gets you early access pages and things of that nature. But, like, if you guys want to just, like, join for 1 month just to get the password and then you have to dip after that, like, it's fine. You know, I am never going to be one of those people that, like, begrudges people for, like, dropping their Patreon pledge. Because I know that everybody has, you know, like, different financial situations. And the fact that you ever wanted to pledge at all is just, like, such a huge thing to me. I'm just like, thank you for your support, but also, you know, take care of yourself, right? I want people to take care of themselves first and foremost. That is my desire. The fact that you guys want to support me at all means a whole lot. If you can't financially support, if you can't join the Patreon, you are just as valid as, like, the folks who do, you know? D&D Mail Club. I have actually done that. That was a past theme that I did in the past. Oh, yeah, so here's the thing. Chatteronies. So my usual thing that I've done for the past couple years is, you know, mail clubs are like a limited time thing. And then, what I've been doing for the past couple years is, like, every April during the comics anniversary, I make mail club, like, I make past mail clubs available again for a limited time. However, unfortunately, MTom87, thank you for the super chat. Who is the artist who sang World's Smallest Violin that you sang in the karaoke stream? That was an AJR song. I believe the song title is literally just World's Smallest Violin. Thank you for the super chat. Oh yeah, so I do, like, mail club reruns every April for the comics anniversary. However, unfortunately, I have been doing the mail club for, like, 5 years at this point. It's gotten a little bit unsustainable. So what I think I'm gonna do is at some point, I'm just gonna put them all into an art book. And then that can just be, like, the 5-year collection of, like, mail club artworks. The compilation mail club, basically. My original plan, like, again, this could very well change in the coming months. I have no idea. This is just me kind of, like, bouncing ideas around. My original plan was to do, like, a big, fancy, limited run art book for Castoff's 10th anniversary that would include all the mail club artwork for the past 5 years, and then also a bunch of other bonus art. But I think I kind of want to take it easy on the print projects for this coming year. And so I think I might just do a collection of all the mail club artwork. Like, high-res, nice, pretty, shiny mail club arts. Just like an anthology, like a collection of all of them. A collected book of just the mail clubs. And I'm gonna, like, I want to do, like, a Art of the Starfishface book at some point. But I'm not gonna have the mental bandwidth for that for a while. And so I'm thinking I might just do, like kind of a book that just compiles all of the mail club artwork. It would be, like, the first 5 years or so. Would it be possible to do, like, a mail club greatest hits rerun, or you only rerun a certain set of mail clubs you like a lot? Potentially. But also, that's kind of what the art book is intended for, you know? I kind of just want to let the art book be the art book. Is the April rerun happening this year? If I do the April rerun this year, it's only going to be prints, and it's, I'm not sure. TBD. I think I might just forego that and do just, like, the art book release. The art book is probably also a not yet this year project. Like, if I do the Mail Club compilation art book, that can be a this year project. But a big Art of the Starfish Face compilation art book would not be a this year project, no. Because I want to go fancy for that one. I want that one to be, like, hardback. I want to do something, like, real fancy for that one. And I do not have the mental bandwidth for fancy right now. Unfortunately. I'm eepy. Could also just do an ebook and do print runs later. Yeah, but see, it's not the printing that's the hard part. It's the putting it together part that's the hard part. And so that is also still, you know, holding me back a little bit, you know? It's not the printing that's the hard part. It's all the rest of it. You only have one day this year's Love Star, you gotta hurry. Oh no, you're right! Ah, shit! Ah, shit! Ah, beans! Ah, beans! Ah! Does this mean we won't be getting a January Mail Club? No, you will! I've been done with that art for weeks. I've been done with the January Mail Club art for weeks. Because again, I've just been trying to get all my stuff done early, you know? I've been trying to get my stuff done early so I can take January off and not feel guilty about it. We're not gonna see you until next year. I know. You guys can wait for me, right? I'm reaching out to you, chat. Wait for me. I'll see you again next year. You gotta make those jokes every year, though, right? You have to. You have to. It's required. Grisping us. It's true. I'm grisping you. You're not allowed to leave me, chat. You're not allowed to leave me. You're here forever. Will you still love me, chat? Will you still love me even if I take a vacation? Would you still love me if I was a worm? Would you still watch my videos if I was a worm? 2025, I changed my mascot to a little anime worm. Leaves. Sly, no! You can't do this to me! That's betrayal! Worm-flavored betrayal! How could you? How could you? Oh, man. Would you love me if I was a poorly compressed JPEG that pretended to be PNG? No. Nar. You can't do this to me. 2025 goal, become worm. Yeah, just forgo your arms. Become limbless, become worm. Lay on the sidewalk. Get eaten by birds. Hashtag goals. Screw fitness goals, become worm. No, that is my fitness goal. Fitness worm in the sidewalk. No. 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 I'm cutting that one off at the pass. Who needs bones? Not worms! And not me! New year, new me becomes worm. Exactly. New year, new worm. Oh, man. Boneless worm. Is there any other... Are there worms with bones? Boneless worm implies the existence of worm with bones. And I hate that. I think I hate that. Snakes. Snakes is not worms. Snakes is not worms. Try again. Everyone's saying snakes. No, you're wrong. Snakes is reptile. Snakes is not worm. Snakes is not worm. Sillies. Sheesh. God, chat. Don't you know anything about worms? How are you supposed to take care of me when I turn into a worm if you don't even know that snakes are not worm? Judging you, chat. I'm judging you for your worm care abilities. Or lack thereof. My God. 2025 is year of the snake, therefore year of the worm? I will not concede that snakes are worms. But that is very funny. Would a slug be considered a worm? I think a slug is a subgenre of worm. I think that a slug is a subgenre of worm. But I also feel like that slugs, the proportions are off, you know? Slugs are very thick. I feel like they're almost too thick to be worm. Like, in comparison to the length of their body versus the roundness of them, I feel like they're similar enough, but I would not see a slug and go, oh, worm? Slugs have eyes. Do they? We're getting very heated in the chat about what qualifies as a worm and what doesn't. This is why I'm a streamer. This is why I stream. Worm facts. And getting a little bit yandere with my chat, being like, chat, don't leave me. Chat, don't leave me when I take a vacation. I must become worm, chat, and I need you to take care of me. But you guys don't even know that a snake is not a worm. How are you supposed to take care of me if I become a worm, chat? Come on. This is basic shit. Oh, man. Here's a thought. Snails are bad with salt, right? If you sprinkle salt on a snail, it dies. It, like, explodes or something. Therefore, contributing to that logic, sea snails live in the sea. The sea has salt water. Therefore, sea snails are like regular snails, but invulnerable. Maybe not invulnerable, but they have moved past their vulnerability to salt and have therefore achieved a higher state of being. I missed so much. You will get no context out of me. You will get no context out of me. Many have tried, all have failed. Ascend to worm. True. 2025 goals, ascend to worm. But not worm, sea snail. Snail, but sea snail specifically. Salt alone dries out normal snails, but since sea snails are submerged in water 24/7, they don't dry out. Okay, so then by that logic, if you take a normal garden snail and you put it in the ocean, it would be fine? Has anyone ever done this? Are you an earthworm or a worm on a string? I like to think that I'm a worm on a string because they come in funky little colors and they're fuzzy. I would prefer to be a worm on a string. It would drown? Do they breathe? Sea snails have moved on beyond the need for air, and they have powered through their weakness to salt. This is just me on a weird fucking tirade. Sea snails are superior to land snails. Gills. Sea snails. There are no gills on sea snails. I see that there are gills on fish. There are gills on shark. Shark have gill. I have never seen a snail with a gill. Oh, man. What color are you? As in a worm on the string? I'm probably red, right? Probably red. Red or like orange. Like a nice warm orange. Orange worm on string. Oh, this is getting heated. Chat is going so fast right now. Sea snails literally do have gills. I'm looking it up! I'm looking it up! What the fuck is that? That's not a... I don't want to look at snails anymore. I think I'm done talking about snails, guys. I think I'm done talking about snails. Snails are done. Somebody thoughts on Goku me. Hurry, quickly. Quickly, chat. Thoughts on Goku? I think Goku and Sonic would bond over an affection for chili dogs. Anyway. What snail did you see? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about something else. Hee. Stop talking about snails! We're not talking about snails anymore, chat! We've moved on past the need to talk about sea snails. I know I was the one who brought it up. But we've moved on! We've moved on! Goku was a worm, would you beat him? You are violating the sanctity of thoughts about Goku right now. You are violating the sanctity of once thoughts on Goku has been invoked, we must change the subject. Oh my god, what have I done? There's almost 300 people watching me. I cannot go on sea snail related tangents. It never ends well. Huh. How is Lapis doing? Lapis, you know, I wonder. How is Lapis doing? We haven't seen Lapis in a couple sessions. It's time to talk about the baby girl. Up, Dave. Yeah, we had a Lapis session yesterday. And some shit happened. Some Lapis shit happened yesterday, and I have not updated the story summary yet, but chat, have you ever had an overnight watch in D&D that had so much fucking personal drama happening that it lasts for 2 sessions? The longest night watch ever lasted 2 full sessions because we have so much fucking shit going on. Oh my god. Okay. So, okay, you know what? Hey Sly, if you're still hanging out, you should be able to do !Lapis and it'll bring up the plot summary. If you would not mind. And actually, point of order, that command is usable for anybody. So yeah, if you click on that link that FrankieBot just posted, that links to a story summary of the campaign up until this most recent session, which has not been updated yet. I need to. I'm probably gonna do that tonight after stream. But basically, Lapis has some shit going on. If you guys are not up to date on Lapis, the short version is that they had an encounter with basically the villain of the campaign, the big bad evil guy who is like this big archfey named Grandmother. That's just what everyone calls her. And we are finding out now, after that encounter, that Lapis has some kind of connection with Grandmother, even though she doesn't realize it. But you know who does definitely have a connection with Grandmother and knows about it? Is, the other person who keeps taking over Lapis's body and controlling her for short periods of time. Can you talk about Larry yet? You know what? Actually, I can talk about Larry. Is this gonna turn into the Larry stream now? Is this... Because I think we have passed that point. I think we have passed the point where I'm allowed to talk about Larry. So, okay, I can't tell you exactly how it works. Lapis and Larry, whose real name we have found out now, their situation is really complicated, and a lot of people have been making guesses. A lot of people have been trying to figure out exactly what Lapis and quote-unquote Larry's whole thing is. A lot of people have guessed it's some kind of magical possession. I had a lot of people jump to the conclusion that it was like a dissociative identity disorder thing, and I had to be like, guys, no, that's not what it is. I have a lot of people guessing, like, just various things. No one has guessed it right, because it's weird shit. It's real weird shit what the two of them have going on. But basically, if you're not up to date, ever since the encounter with Grandmother, Lapis is occasionally being possessed, being taken over, It's basically like kind of switching with this other person who we have affectionately been calling Larry. Their real name is Laz, and I'll go into that in more detail in a hot second. But Laz is someone who, like, so Lapis, like, has amnesia. She doesn't really know what's going on. Laz seems like they do fully know what's going on and is actively keeping it a secret from Lapis and, like, everybody else. And so we've seen Laz a couple times. Laz has been, quote-unquote, activated a couple times. And their personalities are very different. And it's very fun for me. So Larry was 2/5, right? I'll take it. Yeah, actually, one of the reasons I loved Larry is because it was so similar to her real name. But yeah, so Laz is, like, most of the party does not know that Laz exists. They just know that Lapis has been, like, having little blackouts, and she's been, like, missing time, and she doesn't know what's going on. However, Dave found out about Laz, and then as a result, he then went and spilled the beans to Lapis, who then had, like, a whole thing about it, and was just like, oh, what the fuck does that mean? Who the fuck is that? And then later on, another party member named Dagger, our sorcerer, our undead sorcerer, who is keeping a secret about the fact that he is dead, a secret. And so Dagger was like, hey, I've also been, like, having weird blackouts and missing time, and their circumstances are not different. Well, they are different, but they have their similarities. It's both a grandmother related, both of them are a grandmother related thing, but Lapis does not realize that yet. And so, we have found out that as of the last session, we have found out that Laz's full name is, in fact, Lazuli, because I'm quirky like that when I name my characters. So just to give you an idea, Lapis, sweet little baby angel, very shy, but also, like, very curious about things, and is, like, she's a little bit of a downer sometimes, but, you know, she's real sad about a lot of things, but she's also determined to figure her shit out. Lazuli is an asshole. And okay, you know what? I guess I can say this at this point. I think it's not a secret. It's not a secret worth keeping anymore. Because my party members know about this. Well, not the party members. The players know about it. This is not, like, their exact situation. Like, Lapis and Lazuli, like, being together and, like, what their whole situation is still a secret. Like, we still have not revealed that. However, the main cause of Lapis's, like, blackouts and shit, and her and Laz switching places, is not because she's, like, being possessed. It's not like a DID thing or anything. She's literally a sleeper agent. Laz is an assassin, former assassin, who has gone rogue. and is now essentially hiding in a small baby. And their exact reason for the exact reason behind their situation has yet to be revealed. But I'm very excited for it. Yeah, so Lazuli was a former she's a sleeper agent, she's an assassin, and is no longer under grandmother's control, but is still very worried about like falling back into her clutches, essentially. So, and I couldn't say that up until now because I didn't want, like, Leevely, my editor, hi Leevely, watches all my streams and edits clips for me. And so I didn't want to say any spoilers because I knew that Leevely would see it. And like sometimes other party members will also pop into the chat, but yeah, so basically just Lapis occasionally. When someone tries to tell Lapis about, like, grandmother or try to, like, reveal memories to her, that's when Laz takes over, because Laz is self-identified as a defense mechanism. And so Laz's whole thing is, like, I am basically here to protect Lapis. That is my main thing. We still don't know exactly what the nature of their relationship is, because Lapis does not know who Laz is or why she is there. Laz obviously knows, but is not telling anybody. Again, is a bit of a dick, but I love her. She's the bit of a dick that's very fun for me. I identify as a threat. Yes, exactly. Exactly, very much. I love her now. Are you kidding me? Yes. Is Laz a distinct person or just a personality within Lapis? Secret third thing. Secret third thing that I will not be going into because spoileronies. Laz's slay. I mean, they have certainly slayed many people. That is true. That is true. Hi, my name is Laz and I identify as a threat. My pronouns are try/me. Yes, exactly. That is the energy that Laz is bringing to the table at all points. But yes, for the record, Laz and Larry are the same person. So if you guys watched that video where I talked about all my OCs and I talked about Larry, that's Laz. That's who they are. You might notice that I'm switching pronouns around for Larry, Laz. Laz's pronouns are what the fuck ever you want. It doesn't matter. We love a non-binary assassin. I mostly stick with she, they, but like, it's whatever. It's whatever. I switch around. It's whatever. I will tell you though, I cannot wait. Sisters, no. They are not siblings. And if Rose was here, if Rose were here, she'd be pounding on her desk and going, damn it! Because that's one of her theories. I'm pretty sure that's one of her theories on who Laz is like, okay, well, grandmother like keeps kidnapping siblings. This is a thing that she is known to do, is like kidnapping one half of sibling pairs and like doing weird shit to them. So maybe Laz is Lapis's siblings. And I'm gonna sit you down and say, no, that is not what their situation is. Secret fourth thing. Secret fourth thing. But yes, that is all I'm going to say on the matter. I'm just very excited. I have been drawing so much of like Lapis and Lazuli. I just love them so much and I cannot wait to like get more info on them. Oh, but so the fun part is the party is slowly but surely learning about Laz. And they're freaked the fuck out. So this most recent session, two of the other characters, this pair of tiefling siblings, Reese and Helena, we haven't had much time with the two of them because Reese's player was really busy for like the entire month of December. And so I've just been clawing at the walls waiting for sibling time. And I'm like, I need to know what the fuck the siblings are doing. Because so after the grandmother incident, everybody got mind wiped. But the siblings were able to get their memories back after the incident, but they've not told the rest of the party. And so right now, it's really just like a big fucking game of Clue of everybody knows, but nobody knows what the other characters knows. And it's like, oh, whoa. So the siblings have found out about Laz. They knew that like something was going on with Lapis when she has her quote unquote blackouts, but they didn't know what exactly was going on. And at some point, this is going to be some stuff that gets added when I update the session tonight, or the session summaries, is the siblings, while Lapis was sleeping, the siblings stole Dave, because Dave also has retained his memories when the party got mind wiped. And the siblings know about this, and so they wanted to get Dave alone so that they could interrogate him. So they waited until Lapis was asleep. Spoiler alert, she was not asleep. It was Laz pretending to be asleep. Who let them do this because she wanted to gather information. But yeah, so they basically like took Dave and they went and interrogated him. And when Dave started spilling Laz's secrets, Lapis, or rather Laz pretending to be Lapis, pretended to wake up and be like, Dave, what happened? Where'd you go, buddy? How'd you get out of your little cage? Don't roll around. The sun's gonna come up soon. It's dangerous. And she goes over, she collects Dave. And the thing about Laz is that Laz has no riz, no charisma, cannot pass a deception check to save her life. So, you know, she's still pretending to be Lapis, but the siblings know that's not Lapis. She was compared to like having the eyes of a predator. Does Laz look like Lapis? They have they're the same body, basically. So like when they switch, they still look the same. They both look like Lapis. And so there was like this really cool moment where it was described as like, you know, when it's Lapis has like kind of scared rabbit energy. She kind of like walks very inward. She doesn't gesture a lot. She doesn't walk with a lot of confidence. But when Laz is controlling, when Laz is piloting, Laz moves like a predator. It's like every step is very calculated. Always is kind of like looking at everything, kind of watching everything, kind of walks with like her shoulders back, ready to pounce a little bit. And apparently the way Jay described it is extremely intimidating, and both of the siblings caught on to it without actually like saying anything. And so they ended up having like a short conversation, and it's just like heebity-jeebities. Heebity-jeebities. Oh, it was so cool though. It was so cool. I'm gonna have to draw that shit. I'm real excited. But yeah, so basically now, Dave knows that Laz exists. Dave does not know, this is another thing that's actually started happening recently, is that whenever Lapis falls asleep, Laz is taken over. That's a relatively new thing. It's only happened twice so far. But that is a thing that happens. Dagger, the party's undead sorcerer, knows basically everything, including the sleeping part. And so once he found that out, Laz is basically like, hey, you and me are going to take night watch from now on, and I need you to keep me updated on everything that the party is doing. You're an accomplice in this now. Haha. Also, if you try to hurt Lapis in any way, I will kill you. That is a knife that is on the table. And now the siblings know that someone or something is controlling Lapis, but they don't know who or what. They just know that they're very intimidating. But that's about it. And then like some of the other party members know like a couple of things. It's very much just like a logic game at this point. It's kind of turned into a spy versus spy type thing, where it's just like everybody knows something, but nobody knows exactly what everybody else knows. And it's so fucking fun, gang. It is so fucking fun, gamers. I love it. I love me some spicy hecking intrigue. But no, Laz being a former assassin was a little chestnut I've been sitting on for a really long time, as well as her being a sleeper agent. When that one short went up, and I've complained about this in the past a little bit, but just as like a recap, when the short talking about Lapis first went up, a lot of people assumed that she had like DID or like some kind of split personality thing. That is what I called it in the video because I didn't realize it was like not an outdated term. But like a lot of people assumed that she had DID and then like got on me for like doing bad representation. And I'm like, guys, she doesn't know, stop it. And I wanted to scream so bad. She doesn't have DID, she's a fucking sleeper agent, like so badly, but I couldn't because it's spoilers. And I'm like, now I can scream about it, and so I'm happy. And I'm like, yippee, it's not a secret anymore. And that just only makes things more complicated. But it's still fun for me because I get to scream about it now. Yippee! Yippee! But nah, it's to the point where like I've had separate dice sets. I can attest for all systems we are sleeper agents. What's your activation phrase? Because fun fact, Lapis actually has an activation phrase. It's been written on the first page of her notes journal since I bought it, and it hasn't come up yet, but I'm excited for it because it's pretty cool, actually. It's pretty cool. But anyway. So you know what the fun thing is, though? You know what the fun thing is? When you go into a D&D campaign, knowing that your character is like a former sleeper agent who's managed to somewhat break their programming, and you think, wow, yes, cool, I am a sleeper agent, and this is a secret that I will keep for as long as possible in this campaign. And then in the first session, your DM reveals that there is 2 sleeper agents in the party, and they activate the one that's not you. And then you send a bunch of very strongly worded key smash DMs to him, and you're just like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What the fuck? What do you mean? What did you mean by this? Oh my god. So that was fun. That gave me a fucking heart attack on our very first session, and I couldn't explain why. And that was just like, I'm so glad that we do not use face cam, because I would have given the game away. Is it a specifically worded phrase or something that would come up in game naturally? No, it's like a specific combination of words. So it's not something that would like come up naturally in conversation. However, we do have something entirely different, which is we have a code phrase for Lapis, because Lapis was like, I keep being taken over by somebody else, and I feel like we need to come up with some kind of code phrase so you can identity check me and make sure that it's actually me you're talking to and not the imposteur. And long story short, the phrase they ended up, it's like a call and response. And so one of the other party members asked Lapis, is like, hey Lapis, what's your favorite song? And the correct response is, I am the celery queen. And if she cannot produce the secret phrase, then she's an imposteur. And it's just very funny for me. It's very funny. There was a rationale to why that was picked as the code phrase, but it's also just funny. It's also just funny. I am the celery queen. I actually did like a little sketchbook comic about that, of Lapis just being like, why is this what we decided on? Why is this the code phrase we decided on? This is very silly. You know, I was hoping to get both stickers done this stream. That's not happening. That's not happening. I'm gonna have to finish these off stream. Size real big. I got too distracted talking about... I got too distracted yapping. God damn it. I'll probably have to, like, finish these tomorrow or something. But yeah, just a reminder here at the end, if folks want a recap on, like, basically Lapis's, like, whole story and the whole thing with her and Laz and what's going on with the two of them, if you type !Lapis in the chat, or, !Lapis in the chat, FrankieBot will drop a link to, the story summary. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, there it is. So FrankieBot just dropped the link. So if you want to read a summary of, like, everything that's happened in that campaign so far, with an emphasis on Lapis's thing, because that's my baby girl, that has it. That has all the info. You can get yourself caught up so that you can understand my silly little sketchbook doodles that I post on Blue Sky all the time. What does Lapis think about Goku? I don't think that Lapis knows what a Goku is. Final answer. Lapis is only, like... Lapis has amnesia. She doesn't remember anything from prior to 6 months ago. I genuinely don't think she would know what Goku is. I don't think she would know. What does Laz think about Goku? I feel like Laz would think that Laz is more of a Vegeta lover, I think. I think that Laz is like, Goku's too much of a fucking, like... He's too nice. Now, okay, this is all... You have to understand that this is coming from someone, points at self, who has never watched Dragon Ball Z a day in her life. But... You know. I feel like if Lapis knew who Goku was, she would like him. I don't think she would enjoy Dragon Ball Z, but I think she would be like, oh yeah, he seems nice. He seems cool. Laz would think that Goku's kind of a dork, and be like, nah, Vegeta's cooler. Because Laz is that type of edgy. Laz is like a little bit Ariana coded, but not that much. She's just like snarky and loves to threaten people at knife point. Trying to check and make sure I'm not missing flats anywhere. I think I'll get the Ariana art done today, but I think the Marina one's gonna have to wait. I could potentially do... Well, Wednesday's New Year's, but I don't think I have any plans. If I don't end up having any plans on Wednesday, I'll probably stream again and I'll do Marina's. Because I do like working on these on stream. And I know you guys like watching them, so... I will check my calendar. I have a loosely penciled in for no specific day visit to my parents' house because we have family visiting. And so I'm going to have to be out of the house for one day at some point. But I don't know what day exactly it is. If it doesn't end up being on New Year's, I will probably stream again and I'll do Marinas that day. I think that's what we can decide on. Okay, so now I gotta do the little patterns. We are so back. We are only back until I'm done with all the Valentine's Day art, because I'm probably not going to be streaming very much, if at all, during my break. But, you know, right now I'm trying to get this artwork done. This is my main priority. I want to get all of the art obligations for January out of the way, so that I don't have to think about them while I'm on vacation. That's the justification right now. We're looking at Katamari for next video game. Yes, I was gonna stream Katamari a while back, but then I decided I was too eepy. And so we have postponed that one for a while. That's probably going to be during or after stream hiatus game that we play. But yeah, I bought We Love Katamari on Steam sale like a year ago, and I haven't played it yet. I played the original on PS2. That was we played a lot of Katamari in college. That was like our get-together activity with friends, is we would gather in my apartment and play Katamari, but I haven't played the remaster yet. But yeah, so I'm going to play that on stream eventually. That is going to be my next game stream. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Please hold. Molly! Molly's got the zoomies. She's running around and yelling. Did you know Little Nightmares has a second game? I did, because I've actually had it for a while, and it's another game where I bought it on Steam sale last year and just haven't played it yet. But that will also be a game stream at some point in the future. I don't know when. Please hold. Does the DM know the trigger phrase? I assume you mean for Lapis, and yes, he was the one who decided what it was. Because, like, the secret code phrases for all of the sleeper agent characters are very similar. They kind of have a theme going with them. But yeah, so our DM knows it, I know it, nobody else does. Ah. Hey, Zekaroth, thank you for the coffee. Just finished your Lego minifig and sent you an email about it. Hope you like how it turned out. I'll get to very next time. I've been so busy. Oh, what? I'll have to check my email after stream. That's so cool. Thank you. And thank you for the coffee donation. I appreciate it. Thank you. Ah, Lego. That's cool. I gotta go look at that. Oh, CoffeeBot posted it in the chat. I was worried. It's like, I gotta read this before it disappears. Ah! I forgot that the bot also posts the text in the chat. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Yippee. A theme of celery. It's not celery themed. That's something that Lapis and the party came up with, and it's goofy. It's a silly goofy. I want to ask if the Larry thing happened yet because I'm dying to know. Yes, you just missed Larry talk. Watch the VOD back. I'm not gonna explain it again. I appreciate that you want to know, and I love that. I just spent like 30 minutes talking about Larry. I don't want to rehash it. I'm lazy. Just watch the VOD back. But yeah, so you guys know, I have been making shorts with all of the character art that I drew for my OC's video. And so when the Larry one comes out, the quote-unquote Larry one, I will give a brief summation of as much Larry lore that has been revealed up until that point. But I have not done that short yet, and it will not be coming out until, like, March, I think. Look at Ariana, her cute-ass little sweater. Look at her. Look at her go. Look at her go. Yippee-ki-yay. Okay, I think I want to change little eyelet color. No, not that. That's the wrong layer. Select color gamut. Boop. I want to make these a brighter pink. Yes. They have, like, colored metal eyelets on shoes sometimes. That's a thing that exists. Love that sweater pattern so much, and I want one. This outfit is not identical to, but it is very heavily inspired by some fits I saw on Pinterest. I had a lot of fun, like, researching and coming up with ideas for, this Mail Club outfit. My favorite thing to do is like, well, I'm gonna be designing new outfits for this next month's Mail Club. Cracks open Pinterest and just spends, like, an hour or more just, like, going through and, like, looking at aesthetic mood boards and shit. Oh, it's the best part. It's the best part. I just like I just grab my iPad and I lay in bed and I look at Pinterest and I just have a great time. I just have a great time. The researching phase is my favorite part of coming up with outfits because I just get to spend time like looking on Pinterest and like coming up with cute little outfit ideas. Put your little characters in cute little outfits! It's the best thing to do. If you have original characters and you're not making them play dress up, you're not using them like a dress up game, then what the fuck are you even doing? What the fuck are you even doing? Ah! Would Lovecore, Heartcore, Lapis wear pink? Yeah, absolutely. But now that that's my sleeper agent activation phrase. How could you? How could you, honestly? Now you've said that, now I want to draw it. However, we actually, me and my fellow party members, we had a conversation. It's like, hey, what if your D&D character existed in real life, what kind of clothes would they wear? And my answer was, I think that Lapis would love to be like she would love to wear like pastel Lolita clothes, like the frilly dresses, like she wants to look like a sentient cupcake so bad. But she, I think, does not have the confidence to pull it off. And also her hair is very dark. And I feel like she's like, I don't look good in pastels. Which is an insecurity that I also have. I've talked about this. Every OC of mine has some form of my insecurities in them. Lapis has my insecurity about not being able to wear pastels. And so Lapis, like, would look longingly at like pretty outfits in the windows and be like, oh, I wish I could wear that, but it would look terrible on me. Because I do that too. I look at all the cute little J fashion dresses and I'm like, I can't wear pastels. They make me look really washed out. But no, I think she would look good in like this type of outfit with like the bright pinks. My thing is like, I feel like I look good in, you know, bright colors, but pastels just really wash me out because my hair is really dark. And I'm already really pale. I don't need to wear anything that's gonna make me look paler. I already have the skin tone of a neat. We don't need to... We don't need to make me look any worse. I don't need to look more washed out than I already am just in real life. So I don't really wear pastels. But it's fine because I'm not huge on pastels anywhere. I like bright colors. I feel like Ariana seems perpetually pissed in every male club. Yeah, that's because she is perpetually pissed. That's just how she is. She's just like that. That's just her. She also she does not enjoy playing dress up, but she gets to deal with it because I want to draw her in cute outfits. Why must you do this to me, Mother Ariana, every single time? Yeah, basically. Yeah, basically. Me and the mods were laughing about how this outfit is very, like, we love a mean blonde girl wearing pink, and I'm like, Regina George? Regina George, is that you? Ariana's not nearly sociable enough to be a Regina George type. But it's still funny. It's still funny, chat. But she's a mean girl. Yeah, she's not a mean girl. She's just a mean girl. You know? Yeah, on Wednesdays we were pink. Hang on. What's the first day? What day does February start? Ah, damn it. February starts on a Saturday. January starts on a Wednesday. You guys hear that? You have to start the year by wearing pink, because on Wednesdays we wear pink, and January 1st is a Wednesday this year. Or next year. You all know what you must do. You've been given your assignment. It's very important. Joke's on you, I wear pink every day. Oh, man. You don't get extra credit for that. You don't get extra credit for being an overachiever and wearing pink too much. No, I feel like I'm being mean. I can't even joke about that. I don't like being mean. Don't let Jay hear that because he'd be all befuddled. I mean to Jay because we're friends and he's easy to make fun of. He just walks right into it constantly. Man steps on rakes. Every single interaction we have. Oh, hi, Milo. Hi, baby. Milo is here. Hi, kitten. Hello, hello. Hi. What are you doing? What are you looking at with those big ol' eyes? Hi. Want some chin scritch? Yes? Okay, maybe later. Can we see Milo? She is... I don't want to have to fart around with my webcam right now. My webcam is currently attached to like a telescoping arm, like camera arm, because I was using it for my, that weird vertical test stream that I did a few days ago. And I don't want to accidentally show something sensitive on screen. I don't know what it'd look like if it just popped up. Oh, and she's gone now anyway. She left. She gone. Bye, Milo. Oh! Off topic. We're kind of circling back, talking more about the Lapis and Laz thing. So... so if you guys haven't seen, Lapis has little standees, and they're up in my store now. I made acrylic standees of Lapis and Dave, and they're up in my shop now. I will get you guys a link really quick, one sec. Ah. Ah. Hold on, I'm screwing things up. Ah. Look. Look at the baby. Look at the baby. So these are now available. These showed up. These arrived from my manufacturer on Christmas Eve. And so, you know, a couple days ago, I did send out all the pre-orders. So the Lapis standees have been freed into the wild. And they're very cute, and I love them very dearly. But there was a moment in the most recent session where we were concerned that there was going to be some PvP, for reasons I haven't really gone into. But there was a chance that there was we entered the session fully knowing that there was a potential chance for PvP. And it was going to be Lapis versus Dagger, one of our other characters. Or rather, Laz versus Dagger. And apparently, like, Dagger's player, Leevely, hi Leevely, they were having a conversation with a friend and, like, recapping the session. And apparently the line was said, "No, you can't kill Lapis. Think of the merch." You can't, Lapis can't die, there's merch on the line! And that made me laugh so fucking hard. The baby girl can't die. There's merch on the line. There's a merch on the line! She's too marketable! So yeah, Lapis is invincible and invulnerable now. Just for the reason of she needs to exist so that I can continue to sell merch of her. Oh, just that made me laugh so fucking hard. I was just like, oh my god, you're right though, you're so right. Lapis can't die, she's bringing in the moolah. I mean, yeah, she's not like bringing in truckloads or anything, but you know, I just made those standees. You can't kill her. She needs to become a marketable plushie someday, basically, yeah. plot armor. No, we use merch armor around here. Yes, we do. You can't kill her. She needs to sell merch. Grandmother kidnaps Lapis again and is like, you thought you could get away from me? No, back into the merch mines with you. Oh my god. Child labor. I mean, she's not a child. She is fully a grown-ass adult. She just has no idea how old she is. Because of the amnesia. Also, I'm not even sure if, like, Laz knows how old she is, because Laz strikes me as one of those characters who does not keep track. Laz feels like one of those characters who would just, like, you know, I stopped keeping track of my birthdays when I was, like, 8. Bunch of little mystery weirdos. It's reminding me I need to get a Castoff standee. Let the Blorbos into your home. Feed them cookies. Because Lord knows I'm not going to. I'm the writer. I have to be evil and torment them constantly. That's my job. What do you think I'm writing here? Coffee shop AU? Nah. Put those little guys in situations. And then just when you think they're out of the situation, boom, second situation. I need to take Vector Plushy to Cinnabon at some point. Do you ship to the UK? I do now, with the asterisk of I don't know how to deal with like VAT and import taxes. So if you buy something from me and you live in the UK, you will have to pay the import taxes when it comes in. I know that like there's ways to set it up so that you just pay those at checkout. I don't know how to do that. And it's really complicated and I don't know how to mess with it. And so I just... You can still buy things, but just be aware that the buyer is responsible for all the import fees because I don't have a good way of charging those at checkout anymore. I'm shutting... I was keeping my Etsy store around for that exact purpose. But I hate Etsy, so I'm not gonna use it anymore. Etsy sucks. You guys know how you keep asking me to go on my webtoon rant? I have an entirely separate rant just for Etsy. I'm tired of Etsy's bullshit. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Ah! Look at my pink daughter. Look at my pink daughter. She's so pink. Pink baby. Pink baby. Pink baby. I thinking I want to do some kind of like glitter vinyl with these stickers. I'm not sure exactly where it would go. I'm thinking maybe like having glitter on like this little heart, these little heart like jewelry things. And maybe like in the outline of the sticker. But I need to decide. I need to decide. I feel like these are begging for glitter, you know? These are begging for glitter. And who am I to deny the people what they want? Oh, Milo's on the treadmill. She's zooming. If the plush is popular enough, are you going to bring him to cons? I assume you mean the vector plush. I need to ask my Makeship people if I can buy extra vectors just for me to have and then bring to conventions. Because I think I have seen people do that. Where they buy extra plushies and then take them to cons and stuff. I might do that, but if you want a vector plushie, your best option, and the only option that is guaranteed, is getting him while the campaign is running. Which should be sometime in mid-January, or mid to early January. I do not have exact dates yet, unfortunately. Since you love planners, ever thought of doing a Castoff planner? Oh, you have said my activation phrase. You have said my activation phrase. Because guys, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is today? Do you guys know what day it is today? It's officially planner start day. New planner start day. It's today. Because the year starts on Wednesday, and so the weekly calendar pages for my planner have been updated. And so I've officially been able to start using my new planner as of today, and I'm very, very excited about it. The daily spreads don't start until Wednesday, but the weekly spreads have started as of today. And so I've officially transitioned over to using my new planner, and I'm hyped out of my mind. Very excited. I've decided at some point in the future, I don't know exactly when, but at some point in the future, I will be doing a video talking about like all my planner and journal. Milo, get off my desk! Or get off my computer. You're gonna turn it off. At some point I will be doing a video where I just like ramble about my planners and my journals and stuff. Like, as a full video on my channel. I don't know when exactly that's going to happen, but it will happen at some point. But I just, you know, I enjoy my planners. Oh, so folks on Blue Sky saw this update, but probably. But if you guys have been around and you've heard the updates to the saga, I originally bought the smaller Hobonichi yearly journal. Or like yearly journal / planner. And then I decided it was too small and then ended up getting the larger one instead. But I wanted to, you know, it's like, I still want to do something with the small one, but I don't know what to do, la-di-da. I have figured out what I'm going to do with it. And I've actually already started using it for what it's for. I am making a little, like, serotonin scrapbook is kind of, that Jay came up with that name and I've just kind of stolen it. But basically I'm going to use it to, like, I'm gonna put, like, printed out pictures of fan art. I'm gonna put, like, nice comments in there. I'm gonna put silly little quotes in there. I'm gonna put, like, recaps of fun Discord conversations in there, and just every day I'm gonna, like, it's a daily notebook, right, with like the dates on it, and so every day I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna like write down all the things that made me happy that day, and then by the end of the year I'll have this big chunky book filled with like cute fan art and nice comments that I can just look through when I am sad and just be like, aw, yippee. Yippee. And so I'm very excited about that. I've actually already started using it. Because I printed out a bunch of old fan arts that I've gotten. Just like some of the favorites that I've gotten in the past couple of months. I printed them out. And I printed them out on like my sticker paper. And I've been pasting them in. So I might eventually do a flip through video of that one, like on my second channel or something, but it depends on how much personal shit I put in it. You guys are not getting a flip through of the actual like functional main planner that I use. Absolutely not. Where send fan art? Look, 2 messages above you, my friend. I've got a submission form. Just because it helps me keep track of things a little easier. Starfishface notable scatterbrain needs a spreadsheet to keep track of shit. Oh, hi, Milo. Milo is here. Hi. Hi. Chicken. Hello. If you jump up on my desk, I'm going to bother you. I'm going to bother you. You bother me, I bother you. This is a mutual relationship. Kitten. She is on my desk. Oh, that's the wrong thing. There. Wow. God damn it. I'm fucking it up. Hi, Milo. She's doing the cat thing where she just walks across my desk between me and the, and my tablet. She loves to do it. Le chat. She's here. No, you guys are late chat. Ba-dum-bop. I will not apologize for my stupid ass puns. You guys are stuck in here with me. Okay, and now, what is any... It's not a proper Lovecore design until you have given the characters cute little heart eyes. You have to give them hearts in their eyes, chat. I don't make the rules. You must give them little heart eyes. It is mandatory. I am banging my gavel. Bang, bang, bang. They must have heart eyes. Is my decree. Bang, bang, bang. Bangs my gavel at you. Ooh. That one kind of looks like she's about to start shooting lasers at me. That one looks like she's about to start shooting lasers at me. Maybe we change the color on that a little bit. Maybe we make the outlines a little darker. Pew pew pew. Ariana must hate this. Oh, she is unadulterated loathing right now. She's just like, what the fuck? Sailor Venus love beam, yeah. Sailor Venus was not my favorite character. I'm a Sailor Jupiter girly at heart. But I always loved her transformation and attacks the best because it was orange and they had a bunch of little, like, stars and stuff. And I like that. For self-indulgent, obvious reasons. see it. It's because my name is Star. And so I felt like I was being represented. Do you get it, chat? Do you understand? Look at her! She's such a bitch. Look at her. She does not want to be here right now. She does not want to be here right now. Oh man, I actually downloaded a couple of brushes. I need to download some lace brushes, especially for Marina's. Like, Marina's outfit is going to need some lace brushes. Like, I downloaded some new materials and stuff recently. Okay, I guess I didn't download any new lace brushes. I'll have to go fart around on the goods store later, but... I guess I have this one. This one's potentially usable. I was gonna give her, like, a little lace pattern on her hat. Oh, shut up, that's so cute, though. Oh, shut up, that's adorable, though. Ah! Ah! I want to get it, like, just the right angle. Yes! Look at her! She hates this! Pew, 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 pew. Actually, can I put this above the shading layer? Maybe I could just kind of like give it its own shading. Not that color though. Not that color though. There we go. Look at her! Just giving strawberry shortcake but angry. Yeah, kinda actually. Okay, now what I'm gonna do... We need to do, like, some fun little marbling. For these little accessories, because that's cute. What cruel god did this to Ariana? Me. Kisses. May blows a kiss. Maybe hard light? Hmm. Let me try something else first. Oh, that color is not it, but we'll fix it. We'll fix it. Okay. Ooh. I want to do some like kind of marbling on the colors here. Oop. Oop. Just a little bit of a blur. Yes! Okay. Okay, okay. Yes! It's like a reward, chat. Yes! 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 Shouts from the rooftop. Yes! Okay, I'm actually gonna do that on a different layer. Yippee! Oh, that actually looks sick. I like how I did that. That was cool. You do like a squiggle. You do like a squiggle, and then you kind of cut the tops and bottoms off. That looks sick. Yes! Yes! I love this. I'm loving this. This is the sound of me loving this. Is it okay to draw fan art of the mail club I use? Hell yeah! Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Yippee-ki-yay, gamers! Woo! I love the part where you just start to get to draw highlights and shit, and then it looks cute. Yes! Yes! Okay, I have one more little detail I think I want to try and do. And because I think I already have a brush for it. I think it's this brush, but I need to... Okay, that's not it. Brush tip. And yeah, I think I was using this for something else, but I'm going to change some of the settings on it. Angle is direction of line, and then increase the spacing, which is under stroke. I'm going to increase the gap. There we go. And now we're gonna pick a nice red. And here's what we're gonna do, chat. Here's what we're gonna do. You know, this is already pretty cute, but I think you know what would make it cuter? Some little stitches. Some little stitches. I think I need to make those a little thinner, so let's do brush tip thickness. Yes. Okay, here, let me turn the stability up on this one for a little bit. Damn it. There we go. I'm not sure if I need it on the shoes, but I feel like I definitely want it on the overalls, like this part specifically. I'm making race car noises as I draw my little lines. Damn it. Yay. Okay. My mods call those my star distress noises, because they think they're so cute. And I'm thinking maybe also... do we want them down there? Okay, do we want that, or do we want just, like, red bias? Yup, we're keeping that one. We're keeping that one. Sold. We're keeping that one. I love a thick outline. I love a bias tape. I love a bias tape on my costume designs. You don't know what bias tape is? It's a sewing term. Okay, I think we'll do the little blue underlights and then we'll call it a night. She lied as easily as she breathed. It's never that easy. It's never that easy. I think I'm gonna join the mail club just for these. You absolutely can. Don't join it until February though, because these are the mail clubs for February. If you join before that, you will not get these, you will get different ones. Shout out to everyone who wants to join the mail club to get these. Wait until I announce these stickers. I usually make a community tab post when new stickers are available. Because if you join in January, you'll get the January stickers, which is an entirely different set. What's January's theme? January's theme was a toss-up between Zara Squad and a farming AU. And I went with the Zara Squad one because it was easier and took less time to finish. I'm still gonna do that one eventually. But because of the amount of stress I was under in the month of December, I picked the theme that was easier. They tied in the poll, and so I was like, well, I guess I'm the tiebreaker, and I'm taking the one that's easier because I'm extra distresso right now. So yeah, the Zara Squad stickers will be going live in 2 days. I've already like scheduled all my posts about it, so y'all will see those forthcoming. You will see those shortly. I've been putting Zara Squad as an option on the polls for so long, and they keep winning second place, but like by just barely. Zara Squad keeps consistently coming just barely in second place, and at this point I felt bad, and I'm just like, you know what? Happy New Year, I'll throw you guys a bone. I think I owed it to them at that point. The Zara Squad fans are not many, but they are mighty. Extra espresso distresso, is that a scientific term? Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you for acknowledging that I am smart. Okay, you know what? Actually, I think I'm just gonna do normal. And then I'll fart around with the colors individually. E. Poor Holly, nice one giving it to her. Yeah, Holly, I feel like Holly is just like the leader of the Zara Squad fans at this point. I think she's earned that. Just a freaking tattoo of Zara's like gem, I think on her wrist or something. I've seen pictures. I feel like that has earned you the right. My goodness, though. Absolutely still wild to me that people love my OCs enough to get tattoos related to them. Absolutely wild. Okay, I already like the color that's up here, so I'm just gonna... You me just farting with colors for 1,000 years. Oh my god, what am I doing? I haven't given her blushies yet. Wrong with me? Give this bitch her blushies! Give them to her. She needs them to breathe. She needs them to live. You can't do a Lovecore theme and not have blushies? The hell is wrong with me? My god. Okay, now back to farting around with my little highlights. Let's see. Anywhere else that needs anything? Here, let me organize my layers a little bit. Because what I'm kind of thinking is some kind of like red or pink outline. And then the little extra space around the edge of the sticker has glitter. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. I will think about it. I will think about it, chat. I'm gonna have time to come back to this and perfect it later, but for right now, I think we're good. I think we're good for right abouts now. Look at her! Look at her, she's so grumpy. Look at her, she's so grumpy. She grumpy. Alright, but literally as I say that, my stomach rumbles. So it takes after a moment. Hey, I'm not grumpy. I'm so pleasant. Anyway. We have finished Ariana! Yippee! This is probably not going to be the absolute final design. I am going to, as I do with always mail clubs, is I'm probably going to like come back and poke at it later. So this will probably not be the perfect final design, but pretty close. So again, if you want this sticker, don't join the mail club yet. You will get this sticker if you join the mail club in February, and or if you have an active mail club pledge in February. They will be available for the entire month, so don't stress about missing them. Just, you know, at some point in February, if you are on the mail club, you will be able to join. Either you can join the mail club tier on Patreon and they'll be sent to you automatically, or you can join one of the lower tiers on the mail club and you'll not only get a discount on my online store, you'll also be able to buy these from the secret shop that's password protected, but Patreons get the password. March mail club, haven't started thinking about it. Only reason I'm thinking about February's this early is because I'm trying to get all my work done before January so I can take a break. But yes, I guess I'll see about my schedule, and if I'm available on Wednesday, we'll do another stream where we do Marina's. Hers is gonna take probably the whole stream because it's got a lot of ruffles and details and shit, but yippee-ki-yay. But yes, so until then, chat, thank you for joining me for my final stream of 2024. It has been a pleasure, my loves. But I'm going to go eat dinner now, so I will bid you all farewell. Thank you all for joining me. Fare thee well, friends.